Sometimes I wonder if I want to act in movies or if I want my life to be a movie. That sounds really weird, but it's kind of the same thought as when I'm in a show, I want it to feel like what it feels like to watch the show. And it doesn't. Because when I'm acting in a show, I'm actively enmeshed in the problem that this character is going through, and I'm trying to solve it, and I might feel anxious or stressed or sad. The audience perspective of watching the show is a little bit more cathartic in some ways, probably, or just different. And so sometimes I wonder, as an actor, do I like being in things or do I want my life to be a thing? I think because of wanting my life to be a movie a little bit, if I'm honest, I've been sort of in love with possibilities, with the idea of having possibilities. Possibilities of adventure, possibilities of risk, possibilities of romance, even as a married person. And it's something that's bothered me a lot. A lot more when I was younger. I think now I just am like, it's interesting. And I'm a little less concerned about it and more just observing it and being like, oh, that's interesting. And also, I am realizing as I get older that I am also becoming the kind of person that I want my movie to be about. It's like a really soft and lovely feeling to realize that. I don't know how it happened. It's really hit me in the last year, kind of in the last, since January. And I have been involved in so many processes and been at gatherings or in situations where I suddenly realize, oh, I am being that girl that I want this movie to be about. I think part of it is presence. I think that my presence has changed a little bit. And I think part of it is acceptance. That my life doesn't look the way that I had hoped it would when I was younger. And that my younger me hopes were the hopes of also a less informed and more naive person. And I don't mean that as a dig, but I held myself hostage to 17-year-old me's dreams of my future for more than a decade. For more than a decade, I would compare my life to what I had wanted my life to look like when I was 17 years old, younger even. And it didn't occur to me until I was in my mid-30s that that's kind of weird. What I'm not saying is that the dreams of our youth should be discarded, and what I'm not saying is that there is anything wrong with the dreams of a young person, but my dream as a young person was that I wanted to be the youngest person to win an Oscar, and by the time I dreamt that, I already was too old, and that I wanted to be famous, and that I wanted to travel the world all the time, and oh God, what were some of the other things that I wanted? I wanted to be on red carpets all the time and doing interviews and for people to love me and find me interesting. And now I realize travel really messes up my gut. I still love doing it, but I don't want to get on a plane every 3 days. And fame is not what I thought it was. When I was younger, I thought fame was everybody loving you. Guys, it's not. We know this. You know this. We see it. It's not. That's not what it is. And yet I wanted it for years. I thought it meant stability. I thought it meant adoration. I thought it meant security within this tribe of humanity. And now I realize that it doesn't mean any of those things. Wanting all of those things left me without a sense of myself and without a sense of the life I was actually living, because I was just spending so much time wanting, not being. And somewhere in coming to terms with and accepting the fact that those things that I wanted in my youth, do I really want them? Questioning those things and coming to terms with the fact that they weren't mine at this age, and that at this age they might not be. Somewhere along the road of that contemplation, I have started to become a person that I'm much more proud of. And I didn't even notice it was happening until recently. And I'm still a little bit it feels like this, like those sea slippers when you're a kid, you hold it and they get away from you. It feels a little like that, where it's can I hold it? It's just such a weird and wild ride. Anyway, I hope that you're becoming the kind of person you want your movie to be about. This is such a weird journey, life. And certainly in the arts, as I watch the industry evaporate around me, it is so weird to think that I really never needed it to be the kind of person that I want my movie to be about. Anyway, thanks for being here. It's late. I want to go to bed. This lighting is also really weird because it's late. I'm sorry for the shadows. Thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you in the next one. Right away, there's a plane. Just always a plane. Welcome to Los Angeles, where there's always a plane.